Hi, my name is Kellen, and today we'll be going over the demonstration of the features available with the Zoom integration. We'll be using our Pastry Chefs of America website to demonstrate this. So from our admin menu here, we can head over to Events, and we'll see Zoom Meetings tab show up. So if we click on that, we'll be brought to our Zoom Meetings menu. Here you see a list of Zoom meetings that are already made, and then you have the option to add a new meeting, add a new webinar, create a calendar, create a new meeting from a calendar event. We'll go ahead and create a new meeting, and let's call this 419 test meeting. And the meeting date and time we'll set for today, right now 12:30. Right now it is April 19th, 12:24, so this meeting is about 5 minutes from now. From here, you can select a meeting time zone, so that actually tells Zoom what time zone you're in, so that when you give it a time, it creates an actual meeting. Meeting duration, basically this menu is setting up a Zoom call as if you were setting up a Zoom call within Zoom, except you're setting it up not in Zoom. Here you'll have an option to select the host for the meeting. This by default is usually only one or two, but we have a lot of accounts hooked up on this site, so we guys have a whole list here. I'm going to select my name, and so this will create the meeting inside of my Zoom client here. This is my Zoom client. Right now I have no meeting scheduled, but after we create this, this will actually auto-populate a new meeting here. So an alternate host, if you have multiple hosts available, you can select an alternate host, but these do have to be you have to have alternate host capabilities with your account to use that. Here we can set a password for the meeting. Let's go ahead and make it 1234. And then a last option here is an auto recording option. This auto recording is for cloud recording purposes with Zoom. If you don't have cloud recording, this setting will do nothing. But another note on that is if you do have auto record or cloud recording and you use this auto recording setting, the recordings can take a good bit of time before they actually upload. So if you use it and then you look in your Zoom and you don't see the recording, it probably is just still uploading. So this is nope. But now that we have our meeting set up, we have a meeting name, we have a time, we have a host, we can submit. And you'll see now we have our 419 test meeting has created. I have a little pop-up from Zoom that's saying, hey, this meeting's coming up. And if we actually look back at our Zoom client, this has been created automatically from the meeting that we just set up here. Now, we could go in here into our Zoom client and we could launch the meeting here, or we could launch it directly from within our Pastry Chef site here. If we go in our Zoom meetings menu again, we can look at the 419 test meeting. We have a start host button, and if we actually go ahead and click that, then it'll open up a link and it'll say open Zoom meetings, and then go ahead and permit that, and then it'll open the meeting, and it's actually just pulled up over here. It's the usual Zoom stuff, so I'll join with the computer audio, and now I'm in the Zoom meeting. From here, the usual Zoom functions will still be available, so if you wanted to record your meeting, you could hit the record button or open up your Zoom chat. Just a regular Zoom meeting, just created and began from within Pastry Chefs there. So we'll end that meeting, and we'll come back here, and we'll take another look here. There's also a join as a participant, so if you can click this link and you'll join the meeting, not as the host. So if someone else had started the meeting, then you can click this and it would join it. Shareable info here. If you click on that, this is actually just the Zoom info that you could copy and paste into an email or to invite somebody. If you have a participant recording in your Zoom account, then if you open up this participants, you'll see those recorded here. And then the registrants, if your Zoom account supports that registrants function, then if you open this up, you can invite people with their registration link, and then they can go ahead and register for the call. Another invitation, this is a way to actually just create a message, and this message will auto-populate with the shareable info. And then here you can edit the message if you want, basically just creating an email, but it's already auto-filled the shareable info below. Type whatever you want here, and use our CK editor to change anything you need. And if you continue, attach a file if you need, just our general sort of email messenger system. And then you get to our recipients menu where you can actually select who you want to be inviting, and this again is going to be based off of the different email lists you have set up or different member types you have set up. So let's go back here, back to the main menu. So here we were looking at our Zoom meeting setups here. There's a couple other sort of unique features that combine with other parts of our system. So if we look at events and we go to an event registration here, if we go to set up a new event, so I'll add new event registration, and let's call this our 419 Zoom meeting. Basically, you can set the event up however you want, but something unique about the event registration when using the Zoom module is at the very bottom of the screen you have this select a Zoom meeting option and overwrite verbiages above. So if we go in here, we can see some of the other Zoom meetings that were set up in the Zoom menu. And if we select our 419 test meeting and we overwrite the verbiages above, what this says, for simple Zoom meeting registrations, use the tool below to copy Zoom info into confirmation email, confirmation page additional, and add to calendar verbiages. But if we overwrite these above, get a little pop that says it's been done. And now, if you look in here, these verbiages have been overwritten with the Zoom shareable info for the call. So the add to calendar verbiage, which shows up in the confirmation page or confirmation emails, this will show up in there. Your content, where is it? Yeah, confirmation page, confirmation email, add to calendar verbiage. These have all just been populated with that Zoom info. So when you invite people to the event, they will also receive the Zoom link or the shareable info, which has the Zoom link. One last thing. If we look at our calendar admin and we have so I've created this 4:30 virtual conference. That's going to be about a week and a half. If we have a calendar event that exists, so this exists, we can go now into our Zoom module and we can go to this create from calendar event, and we can use this to create a meeting or a webinar. Again, the meeting or webinar is based on your account permissions. Most accounts have a meeting, but some accounts do have a webinar capability. And if you have that, then you could schedule a webinar here. But we'll look at our calendar events now, and we can create a Zoom meeting based off of that April 30th virtual conference calendar event that we had set up. And we can continue. And then it basically pulls in sort of the data between that from that calendar event that we had set up earlier. So boom, and now we can set a password again, and we can submit that. And then it creates another Zoom event there. And this is 840 minutes because I have the calendar event setting as I think 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's why that's so long. It basically automatically included that 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. time as the time for the call. So that should pretty much cover the Zoom module. And thank you for watching. Have a good afternoon.